Nearly all men feel a little anxious around sex occasionally. Sex can be a very important part of a relationship, and relationships are an important part of life. So it's understandable that people sometimes put pressure on themselves around sex. What's more, many men have unrealistic expectations of themselves and of what it means to be a man. When sex is portrayed in films and on TV shows, the implicit message is that to be a real man, you need to be some sort of constantly energized superstud, regardless of the state of the relationship or of the sexual experience and skills of the other person. But that isn't a description of a man. That's a description of some kind of sex robot. Real human beings, both men and women, have doubts, insecurities, and emotional needs. And sex works best when both partners feel comfortable and at ease with each other. One thing that can be helpful to overcome anxiety around sex is to talk things through with your partner, so that you both give each other permission to go slowly, taking away any sense of pressure to perform. But sexual performance anxiety can also become a conditioned, automatic pattern where you've come to associate any form of sexual intimacy with feelings of tension, discomfort, and pressure. Let's talk about fear and anxiety for a moment. Fear itself has a vital protective function for human beings. In life-threatening situations, your body immediately goes into fight or flight mode. This gives you the energy to rapidly take action so that you can protect yourself from the threat or escape to safety. And during a genuinely dangerous situation, like being confronted with a lion in the wild, your sexual responsiveness is supposed to switch off. In fact, during highly fearful times, many functions that are not essential for dealing with the immediate threat get switched off. For example, people get dry mouths when they're afraid because their system is actually putting aside digestive responses which aren't needed for fight or flight when faced with a potentially life-threatening situation. While fear relates to an immediate threat in your environment, anxiety is all about your expectations that something fearful might happen in the future. Anxiety is processed through the imagination, whereas fear is a response to an actual situation. And the more we repeatedly imagine something as scary, the more likely we are to experience the actual situation with fear. So if you've been putting excessive pressure on yourself to perform during sex, and you've been anxiously imagining sexual experiences going badly, then you may have developed an unconscious association between sexual intimacy and the fear response. And that means you need to take steps to recondition your instinctive responses so that you can naturally associate sex with flowing enjoyment and pleasure. And the deeply relaxing, hypnotic part of this session is going to help you do that right now.